where the people maybe in the audience can actually decide to take part.
So thank you, Zahara. Like I mentioned that the Lung Institute, we do care for our lungs. So we have programs beyond the clinic, beyond the consultation room. They are still geared towards increasing awareness, but also ensuring that when people get the symptoms, they can recognize them and seek care. We have a program, we refer to it as the Clean Air Africa program. It's supported by the UK government, and it's in 6 other countries in Africa. But in Uganda, we are particularly focusing on reaching out to community health workers, or we call them village health teams. We are training them on issues around household air pollution, the dangers of using biomass for cooking, for lighting and heating, which diseases you might get and how to avoid them. But so that those VHTs can actually go and educate their communities. They are nearer to the communities than we are. You find that there are 2 VHTs per village in most of our communities. So we are training them, but we are also training the healthcare workers. There is a linkage between the village health teams and the health facilities. So beyond telling people that dirty air or using dirty fuel is going to affect your lungs and the rest of the body, we teach them on how to identify the common symptoms of those diseases, and then they refer the patients to the health facilities so that you don't end up buying a syrup here, using the herbal medications. And like I mentioned, some of the diseases are actually chronic diseases like asthma and COPD. But also to mention that about 50% or 5 out of 10 children who have pneumonia, a nightmare for every parent, we can actually attribute that to having been exposed to biomass smoke or smoke from cooking. So that information helps to trickle right from the household through the VHT, and then that person can actually go to the health facilities to seek care. So yes, we are doing some community capacity strengthening to spread the message about household air pollution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have all been able to, one, shed a picture of what is exactly happening and how these can be addressed. However, allow me open up this discussion to the audience. In case you have any question to the panelists, we are taking them starting now. Rennie will help me move that microphone that side.
Yes.
Be specific, whom is your question directed to? And to the panelists, let's answer the questions as they come in.
All right, so if you have a question, just say your name and who you're asking the question to. We keep it short and sweet.
Thank you very much. I'm Ulwawa Samuel Sande from Nakaseke district. We are working with Kawanda Kabu Consultant. So we are farmers. So my question goes to biomass. I wanted to know how long does this biomass takes if someone has possessed it, especially to the family which has prepared a lot of food. How long can it take if someone has possessed it? And how possible that somebody can acquire it? Thank you.
Unfortunately, your question is not clear. Kindly try to hold the microphone far from your mouth.
Okay, let me try to clear it. So my question says that how long can a biomass takes, because you have been talking about biomass, how long can it take if someone possessed it, and to the family especially, which takes a lot of food? Yeah, how much can it take? Is it possible to somebody to buy it? That's a question. And if somebody has possessed it, how long can it take if someone prepares food, especially a big family? Is it clear? Not really clear. Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Just a minute, so we have clarity. I don't know if you're asking how long it takes to cook, or
Yeah.
you have understood?
No.
Good morning, everyone.
Just a minute, sir.
Good morning. So, if I have a big family, how long, in terms of time, will it take to cook food in the electric pressure cooker? Thank you. Especially if I have a very big family. And how is it possible to acquire it? That is a question from my neighbor. Thank you.
Cyprus,
Okay, I
think
hope that has
that's
clarified
clear.
this question. Maybe we take a round of maybe 3 or 4 questions, then yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bakewa Pius. I'm representing BNP Energies Uganda Limited. My question goes to Pano Cyprus. I've heard about all these e-cooking interventions, but if you look around this room, of few Ugandans, I want to know the strategic interventions that you are putting across in terms of sustainability to make sure that the e-cooking interventions you are putting or you are extending to the communities are sustainable. And second, how do you measure impact on these e-cooking interventions that you are extending to the communities? Thank you.
Thank you. We'll have another one here, then we'll go to the students over there.
Thank you so much. My name is Juliet Kawasita from the Medical Research Council, stroke UVRI, and under the Sustainable Climate Impact Fund project, and that institution. My question, one goes to the doctor responsible for air quality monitoring. I was just wondering, the kind of parameters you measure, both indoor and outdoor, do you go beyond the particulate and the sulfur dioxide? Do you do like carbon greenhouse gas emission monitoring? So that, why I'm asking is, you mentioned you're developing a database, so that when I want to access other information on other parameters, I can easily access that. Then another question goes to the doctor, the pediatrician, my mother, and I've heard stories of air quality pollution leading to some of the neurological diseases, such as autism, etc. Is it true or is just a rumor? Thank you.
Thank
Renee,
you.
I request they first answer those questions because you realize Cyprus has about 3 now. So let her first be able to answer that so that we don't lose some questions within the cracks. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right, so I'll take the question on how long it takes to cook on the EPCs for bigger families. Most of these EPCs already have like time or the duration it takes to cook within its system. So for instance, if you are to cook beans, it usually takes 35 minutes, but also this varies with the kind of an appliance you get. So the timing is not really standard. It will depend on the appliance you got. But then again, there are other ways you can make your cooking time shorter. For instance, if you are cooking beans, we will encourage you to soak your beans before cooking. That means when you are going to cook these beans, you won't have to use the 35 minutes, but you will use less time. When we talk about capacity in terms of the size of your family, now in the market, we have 4-liter EPCs. We have people who are already now trying to manufacture or assemble larger quantities of EPC. Very soon they will be in the market. For instance, for situations where we are promoting, for manufacturers who are providing appliances for institutions, we already